Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by tall mountains and endless greenery, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. From the outside, Marco looked like an ordinary man, but inside, his mind was never at rest. His thoughts moved like a wild storm, fast, loud, and uncontrollable. From the moment he woke up in the morning until he closed his eyes at night, Marco's mind was filled with endless thoughts. He constantly replayed his past mistakes and worried deeply about what the future might bring. Because of this, he rarely felt calm. Sleep did not come easily to him, and even when it did, his mind remained tired. Slowly, he forgot how to smile. Marco often wondered why his life felt so heavy when nothing was physically wrong. Deep inside, he longed for peace, a peaceful mind, and a quiet heart. One day, Marco heard travelers talking about a distant village in the hills. They spoke of a wise old man who lived there, a man who had once been a famous psychologist in the city. People said he had helped many individuals find clarity and inner peace. Now, in his old age, he had left the noise of the city and chosen a simple life close to nature. Marco felt a spark of hope. He thought to himself, maybe this wise man can help me calm my restless mind. Without hesitation, he decided to visit him. After many days of walking through rough paths and winding hills, Marco finally reached the village. It was peaceful and quiet, unlike anything he had ever experienced. At the edge of the village stood a small house covered with plants and flowers. On the porch sat the old man, still and calm, with his eyes closed, as if he were part of the silence itself. Marco approached gently and spoke in a soft voice. "Grandfather, my mind is never quiet. My thoughts never stop and I feel exhausted. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and smiled warmly. "If you are searching for peace," he said, "then follow me. I will give you a small task." He led Marco to the yard and filled a glass with water all the way to the top. The glass was so full that even a tiny movement could cause the water to spill. Handing it to Marco, the old man said, "Walk from here to the far end of the village and return. But remember, do not spill even a single drop of water." Marco was surprised but determined. He carefully held the glass and began walking. The village road was narrow and busy. People passed by talking loudly. Children ran and laughed. Dogs barked. Shopkeepers shouted to attract customers. But Marco noticed none of it. His eyes were fixed on the glass. He walked slowly, step by step, fully focused. His hands were steady. His breathing became calm. For the first time in a long while, his mind was silent. After completing the walk, Marco returned and proudly said, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill a single drop." The old man nodded. "Tell me," he asked, "did you notice the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking or the people calling out?" Marco paused, then shook his head. "No. I saw nothing and heard nothing. I was only focused on the glass." The old man smiled gently. "That is the lesson," he said. "When your mind stays fully in the present moment, there is no space for unnecessary thoughts. No fear of the future. No pain from the past." Marco listened carefully. "You were not worried while holding the glass," the old man continued. "You were not restless. You were not tired. Your mind was quiet because it was focused only on what mattered in that moment." Slowly, Marco understood. Peace was not something he needed to find somewhere else. It was already inside him, hidden beneath layers of thoughts, worries, and fears. The old man said softly, "A restless mind creates suffering. A present mind creates peace. Empty your mind of what no longer matters, and life becomes lighter." As the sun began to set and golden light touched the village, Marco bowed his head in gratitude. "Now I understand," he said. "If I want peace, I must learn to live in this moment." Marco walked back home, but he was no longer the same person. His problems had not disappeared, but his mind had changed. He now knew how to calm it, and that